Welcome to the show, by the way. This is House Sparks Mega Worldwide. If you're just joining us right now, that's fucker Carlson, and he works at a place where everyone has to be vaccinated. Where he tells you that if anyone makes you get vaccinated, they are your enemy, or slash your boss. And if you want sort of the inside scoop on the pulse of America, the person you want to go to is the heir to the Swanson frozen dinner family fortune, and who he interviews, especially when that who is someone like...
I told you at the top, we are always on the lookout for people who live like they are free. Kid Rock lives.
Yeah, people live like they're free. Like Kid Rock, who lives like he is a rapper.
As if he were free, like it was 1989. He's here.
Does he? Is that a dig at his clothes or his hair?
Extended interview next.
Very exciting. An extended interview, no doubt. Right? Because I would hate to think we'd only get a slice of Kid Rock. You know what I mean?
What?
I'm pronouncing that right? It's Skid Mark, right?
A lot of the same people calling for freedom in Ukraine working so hard to make this country less free.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Lindsey Graham, you mean? Or people burning books in Texas who are all for... No? That's not who you're talking about?
I'm not sure. It might be worth thinking about that a little bit. But the truth is...
Yeah, it's weird. Think about it. Maybe it's worth furrowing your brow a little. I don't know.
If you say something that is accurate, even factually accurate out loud in this country, if it's unpopular, you're in trouble. You could get fired.
Oh, no.
Definitely be censored on social media. So everyone knows.
Yeah, are we talking like racial epithets are a fact, or...
That's enough to terrify most people into silence. We're always looking for ones who are not silenced. Kid Rock.
Yes, that's who I think of when I think of a person who speaks freely is Kid Rock. He's not afraid.
At the top of that list. He's got a new album called Bad Reputation, came out today. We spent a...
Oh, okay, so he's only on to promote the record. He's a free thinker and a free speaker when he's got something to sell. Yeah, he's like Alex Jones.
Time with him over the weekend at his place in Nashville for a new...
Yeah. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Tell me this isn't a sitcom waiting to happen. This fall, The New Odd Couple, starring Skid Mark and fucker Carlson. They live at the back of a pickup truck outside the Siesta Motel. He smokes and he eats nothing but frozen Salisbury steaks. You ever smoked a Salisbury steak? Shut up!
That we're making for the
People,
summer.
let me
We sat
tell
down
ya.
with him for this show at his studio there.
This is so fun. I honestly, it's so weird that you would just... So you just have the maid run back and forth carrying the deer statue, and you just... honest to God, this is like a sitcom opening from the 80s. I'm gunning for you, buddy. Right.
Pretty amazing conversation. Here's part of it.
Pretty amazing conversation. Here's part of it.
All right, Bob, so we're sitting where you made your most recent album, and I hope at some point we can get a full shot of where we are, because I've never seen anything.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like this. And this is, by the way, for the record, right up Tucker's alley. This place is perfect for him.
I like wood. Deeper and longer.
You know?
Like this. When did you make this album?
When did you make this play out? What is it? A record? How do these work? I don't listen to music. It makes me anxious.
We got this studio done. Brought everything down from my Michigan studios.
Oh, you asked the wrong question. You're supposed to ask, when did you build this place, and not that when did you make the album? That's the second question. But I'm glad this is it's well done. The whole thing and the
I like wood.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Before hit the fan, COVID.
Yeah. COVID.
Yeah.
So how did you spend COVID?
Right here, writing and recording. Had more time to work on this album.
Oh, so you went out in public and stuff. You weren't held back by mask mandates. You didn't lock down. Actually, I did lock down. This is an album. I wrote this album in lockdown, actually.
Since my first breakthrough album, Devil Without a Cause. You know, you spend years with that first album.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just a rat race.
Tucker, you don't have to tell Tucker. He knows.
Get more records out when you hit a lick and you're successful. And this record, having a couple years just to fine tune every lyric and every note and leave some stuff raw and that.
Yeah, to make sure you earn that parental advisory. You know what I mean?
That and see what works, what doesn't, to keep going back to the drawing board was just, you know, a luxury that I haven't been afforded in a long time. And, you know, you say it every album, everyone does, this is my best album.
Yeah, of course.
Sell, but, you know, it really is, you know, that I in my heart, I know it's one of my best efforts in a long time. So definitely since rock.
One of them. So it's in the top 10 of 10 records. I see. Somewhere it's in there. It's one of the best of the things that you've done when you've done things. Well, that's easy with the hard sell. Tap the brakes there, buddy.
Jesus. You've been doing this 30 years, but you still bring intensity to it. Like, how often do you come?
Yeah, how often do you do like intensity? Because like right now, I gotta be honest, this is a dud. But are you more intense at different times of the day, or?
Well, I'm a workaholic. I'm here on an average day, 3:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and I'm usually the last one out.
Yeah, it's good that you're on a early day business schedule, kind of like a vlogger. You know what I mean?
At 6 o'clock at night.
In the studio.
Yeah, well.
In this place. I mean, it smells like it, but really.
From 3:30 in the morning.
I made it to 31 already? Look at that. We've got prospects. All right.
Writing, doing things, checking emails. My head works best in the morning. I love to write then and work on music. And then 7 a.m., my buddy comes in. We play some pickleball, you know, do a little cardio. Then get back. People start showing up at 9:30. I love that time in the morning. I get to myself, and then, you know, my engineer gets here about 9:30. We record all day. Grandpa gets his little nap in the afternoon, and groundhog.
By the way, what do you call that nap you have in the middle of the day? Is that your Sleepy Joe time?
They do it again Monday through Friday. Then Friday afternoon, things are feeling good. I'm gonna crack a beer in the afternoon, have a big time Friday and Saturday, relax on Sunday, get back to it.
That's amazing. So you're...
Yeah, it's amazing. So you just sit in this place. So you go to this place and just do the same shit over and over again. And only about 11 of the things you make are salvageable, and you're in here for 2 years straight, 5 days a week, and you came away with 45 minutes. All right.
A rock star with accountant hours.
Yeah, rock star. I play one on TV pretty well.
That's just interesting, though. So there's like a lot of discipline around it.
Yeah, this doesn't happen without discipline. You know, people only see the wild side usually, and the party side.
Yeah, they don't see the wild discipline that I put in.
And hopefully some of the, you know, charitable things and things I've done through the years. There's both sides out there, but
yeah. Everybody knows about, of course, my dog charity. Well, it's more of a dog fighting charity. It's more like I wrestle dogs for charity.
At the other day, I work my ass off, and that's when people ask me for advice. I'm like, I work harder than you. That's what happens.
That's my advice. My advice to you: I work harder than you. Not better, not smarter, please.
So, what was the idea behind this album?
Nice transition. I feel like, yeah, get serious. Get serious. It's your Barbara Walters moment. Please do that. Hey man, shut the fuck up. I'm interested, man. I got all these records. You bet your ass, son. Hey, I like this album. I like when the rap I listen to sounds like something you'd hear under a car.
It kind of came together at the end by calling it Bad Reputation, you know, for a real good.
Yeah, that's weird. Nobody's ever called an album Bad Reputation before. I don't think. Let me look that up. I'll bet that's original. Hold on 1 second. Reputation and album. Let's see. There you go. Well, Joan Jett had one, and then Thin Lizzy, but ain't nobody had since. I mean, you start there, and that and there's a movie called Bad Reputation, but it's original. It's an original idea for him to call it a Bad Reputation. I mean, maybe hat reputation, like always wearing a hat. I do like his Jiminy Glick glasses, though. That's nice. I wonder, do you get those at the gym? Seriously, folks, hold on. I swear to God, man, these are nice. Hold on. There we go. Images. There you go. Yeah, see what I mean? They got the same optometrist. I mean, there's a thin line, man. Look at that. Yep. It's a good look. It's a good look. It's catching on, man. Hey, man, you are a fashion influencer, Kid Rock. Look who your biggest fans are right now. It's nice. It's good. And then something about you peeing on the people. I can't read your hat. It's all squishy.
Pretty much sums me up.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything. I just wanted to go back a little bit to my roots of the hard rock.
Yeah, go back to your roots of stealing other people's shit.
And hard rap, you know, heavier stuff, but I also wanted to throw in the tinges of, you know, Southern rock and country music.
You mean the stuff you take from other people's songs that they wrote and worked real hard on, and then just build something else on top of it, like you killed their dog and mounted the carcass.
And soul music, and of course rock and roll, all which I love, you know, so much, and have really honed my craft over the years to.
It is a craft or whatever. You should see him. I mean, I cannot go to Hobby Lobby without running into Kid Rock. And he's rhinestoning, bedazzling something, and putting them little fuzzy balls on tongue depressors, making little rabbits. Come on now.
Not just be fluent in one, but, you know, touch on them all at you know what my.
Yeah. Why steal from one thing when you can steal from everything? You know what I mean? That's always been I have a cousin who's a bank robber. And I'm like, we drive by a store. I'm like, let's hit that place. And he's like, no, I only do banks. I'm like, you're missing out. Because you can do, like, some banks will have mints or whatever. But, you know, you rob a convenience store, it's jerky, pork rinds, hard seltzer. I mean, it's a win. Come on.
Family and friends and fans feel like I do it at a pretty good level.
So if there was, a message.
By the way, how did you get this far out in the woods looking like that without something Ned Beatty happening to you?
Behind the album, what would it be?
Take a moment. Don't answer it right away. It's a hard question. Think about it. I'm wondering.
Fans, I love you dearly. To you critics, haters, and trolls, go yourself.
That's pretty clear on the album, isn't it? Like you're not kind of.
Yeah, I know. You look at that album and it's like, oh, a black and white photo that you shot on your own phone. That you take that, critics.
Hiding that message.
I have the things I do is like, you know, to solidify my fans, and like I'll say a lot this to my friends, family, and fans. That's really all that matters to me. But I love the trolls and the haters and the critics who've been trying to.
Me too, man. Hey, you gotta love them trolls, because with that, I mean, honestly, if somebody wasn't trolling you, nobody'd even know you did this fucking interview.
Don't knock me down.
Dude, seriously, this fucking video has 17 rumbles. 17. Winger got more rumbles. And they even got a video up on here. Tucker Carlson tonight. 17.
20, 30 years. And I'm still standing,
Yeah.
still operating at the highest level.
Yeah, hey man, I'm fairly certain you're sitting right now. I mean, I'm pretty drunk myself, so I honestly don't know. Sometimes, like, I'm sort of standing and sitting. I'm shitting. Yeah.
And so sometimes I do things purposefully.
Superfluously. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Just to kind of be a wise ass or look like a little bit of a.
Yeah, sometimes, like, I'll often mispronounce the word purposely on purpose, just to fuck with people.
Just because my fans will get the tongue in cheek and the fun it, and
yeah, and they'll get to fun it. You know what I mean? And if you've never had a fun it, it's like a Funyun, but it's not the whole Funyun. It's like the stuff that's in the bottom of the bag.
The people that hate me will just go, God damn it. It'll just piss them off more.
So why haven't you been canceled? Like, people aren't allowed.
Yeah. How did it happen that you got, I mean, you're everywhere. It's crazy. Like, one would think at this point, you'd have been shut down and only doing like state fairs, and it'd take you like 2 years to make an album. And yet, here you are on being interviewed by a guy in loafers with no socks. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to be all country on you, but that's like an ass kicking waiting to happen. How the fuck you show up in the country in loafers with no socks and khakis? Seriously. You don't know some bikers that can take care of this fool? This is wrong. This is horribly, horribly wrong.
What they think you are.
I am uncancelable.
What's that?
Because I don't give a and I'm not in bed with any big corporate.
Yeah, he doesn't have a label. He doesn't have any sponsors. He doesn't have anybody signing him to do gear. He had to pay retail for that hat.
Things at the end of the day, there's nobody I'm beholden to, no record companies, no
Nope.
corporate interests, no nothing. And you can't cancel me. I love it when they try. I'm like, yeah, let's
So
have some fun.
why aren't there more artists like that?
Yeah, you mean artists? Yeah, why? Actually, quite frankly, there are a lot of artists that don't have record contracts. The majority, actually.
Because they're in bed with record companies
Yeah.
and, corporate deals and
Oh, corporations. Oh, man. No offense, but this sounds like a bunch of commie bullshit.
structures at every level. And, it's,
Structures at every level.
and if someone finds a way to get me a little bit here and there, I'll find another way around it.
You never see artists talk
Yeah.
like that. They seem very easy to intimidate.
Dude, artists do. Artists do. I'm sorry. How are artists germane to this interview?
At what point did you realize, like, you're just not going to be intimidated?
At what point did you realize you're not an artist?
Damn.
And that if you called yourself an artist, you'd have to kick your own ass.
Really?
I think I crawled out of the womb with both middle fingers in the air. And that wasn't anything. A lot of it,
That's just mean to you, Paul.
there's a little fun in there to kind of, be rock and roll and be the
Yeah.
bad guy and this, that, and the other. Because, my heart's big at the end of the day, and I have a lot of love and respect.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Bad Reputation is just an album title, Tucker. This dude's a cream puff. He's a sweetheart. That's why he'll allow you into his studio in your khakis and your loafers with no socks on. I still can't get over that. That just never happened in this fucking house. Let me tell
Anybody
you.
that shows that back to me. But,
Yeah.
Grandpa don't play no mess either.
Do the other guys in your business
Grandpa don't play no mess either. So he does play a mess. Oh, good.
ever say to you, like, man, I wish I could say exactly what I think all the time?
Every day.
Really?
Every day. Especially.
Hey, notice how he keep looking at the camera at Skidmark? Notice how he keeps looking over every time you say fuck to cue them to bleep it out? Because you're messing with the whole, like, hey, they trying to, you can't, with your butt in the, on my next album, where I wrote a song called Taking a Giant in Tucker's Mouth. Amen.
Country guys.
Yeah.
Because they got to be understandably careful. Like, you know, the awards and things, radio, corporate interests, they mean a lot in country music. The awards.
Yeah, man, country music is a bunch of poser assholes. Thanks for finally saying it. Ain't nothing real in any of these sons of bitches.
They help them out. And rock and roll, it's like, hey, you're getting an award for this. It's like, tell them to having a like, I care less about their awards.
Yeah, man, I don't need a award for some kind of in my with a like a little bit of a fish fin, and it tickles right if you push it up against the for just $12.
Money more awards.
I've never played any of those games anyway.
You must have watched.
Yeah. I love how he avoids winning awards like a fucking boss.
A lot of people sort of float off into the atmosphere in your
A lot of them come and go, you know?
Yes, they float off into the atmosphere. Translation, die of drug overdoses.
Same old stories, you know? We've all seen the behind the music.
Well, that's it.
Same story
That's
every
what I'm
time.
saying. So how do you avoid?
Yeah, that's right. Ask him, Tucker. You've always wanted to talk to a real rock and roller. Ask him, why these people always doing these nasty things? Why don't they live long enough to die of colon cancer from a overly thawed Salisbury steak?
I just have a sense of discipline when things, you know, are getting too out of hand, whether it was back in the day with drugs and alcohol, this, that, and you got to go like, what's important? I need to reel this in. You know, and eventually, you know, certain ages cut some things out and like, you know, focus on what you love, you know, your friends, your family, music.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, some people love drugs.
What's important in life? You know,
And
so much time,
also,
you know, let's
some
make the
people,
most of that time. Let's not.
So I will say for the record, some people love sweets and hate flossing. I have heard.
Waste it.
Who are your fans? Do you have a sight picture of who they are?
Yeah, think about that for a second, son. Tell them who your fans are.
Yeah, hardworking folks that love to have a good time.
Yeah. Do you hear from them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of them call. Yeah, he's got both of them on speed dial. His fans are loyal because I think he's married to one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't not hear from people these days.
That is so true, man. You can't, you know, and it's not like he has to hear them in a crowd, so that's good.
That's a really good point.
You can try and tune it out.
Yeah, you could try, but I mean, Tucker doesn't know what that's like.
So do you feel like you've got a pretty good sense of what they think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course he does. You want to see they send titty pictures.
They seem to think a lot of the things I do. Not everything. Nobody's views align.
So you text yourself.
I'm not opposed to anybody's opposing views. I got a lot of friends, you know, that we're still friends who are left and.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Tucker. He's not opposed to poser views.
Farther than that on some things. I love getting together with them and cutting it up, have a couple beers and talking about things and hearing both sides. You know, I think that's important.
So you're going on tour.
Yeah, absolutely. Tucker loves both sides. That's true. I mean, I don't know that for a fact.
I like wood. Deeper and longer.
Going.
A lot of Midwest and South, a little East Coast, and some select dates on the West Coast.
Some select dates.
America. I don't go outside. I don't show a passport too much.
You don't? Why? You've been all around the world. You don't?
I just have no interest. And
I mean, there ain't no Americans outside of America. The world is full of foreigners.
I get why some bands do this, that, and the other. And if I wanted to be the
to make money, I'm fairly certain, and also because their music has an appeal outside of 2 counties.
deal in every country in the world,
It's weird because like a lot of country artists tour in like India and shit like that. it's funny, you know, you wouldn't think, but they got a lot of, they do big shows. They make a lot of money.
I'm like, I like my own bed. I'm big in Kentucky, man.
And that's
For the record, you know what's also big in Kentucky? Lead poisoning.
no.
You know what's cousin fucking is also huge in Kentucky. Don't ask how I know. None of your goddamn business.
That's so you're not playing venues that require Vax cards?
No, he's not playing venues that require audience.
Oh, and there was no, you know, of course, yeah, that's what the headline ran from the left, you know, like, get rock said. And I'm like, great, sell my tour for me. Go for it. And there was going to be
Yeah, sell it.
no Vax cards by the time we toured anyway. It was common knowledge. Anybody with half a brain knew that.
Yeah.
So, you know, the only place we decided not to play was Buffalo, New York, because New York looked like it probably could have something in place, you know, where you have to wear a mask or show a card or whatever.
Right.
And I was like,
yeah, man, fuck Buffalo. That's like, that's Canada adjacent.
no, I'm not. No. Why? Because it's stupid.
Why? All right, well, why? Because it's stupid. On that note, Tucker Carlson tonight. That's all we got for you tonight. Hi, you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. You know, some of these long forms, I just got to find a way to amuse myself. And I am wearing pants, so it's increasingly difficult in this day and age.